because that's what these people are. They're bought with money. They're servants. But at least they getting circumcised. They part of Abraham. And so if y'all want to be a part of Abraham, you're going to be a servant. So these people, they must be circumcised. And my covenant shall be in your flesh for an everlasting covenant. It's not changing. Even when the Lord comes, it's not changing. That's the token of the covenant. Circumcision. Now it does get revised a little bit, talking about circumcision of the heart. But it's still in the same context. It's still with the same people. Abraham's seed. It's not being extended to everybody. Everybody can be Abraham's seed. If you bought with money, it's still saying you're not his seed. You just bought with money. You're a servant. So there's no spiritual Israel. There's no spiritual seed. Verse 14. And the uncircumcised man child whose flesh of his foreskin is not circumcised, that soul shall be cut off from his people. He hath broken my covenant. And so the Lord is making it plain, making it simple. He said, look, Abraham, anybody that's uncircumcised, that's in your house, uncircumcised man child whose flesh of the foreskin is not circumcised, that soul shall be cut off from his people. And what he's talking about, even if you are of Abraham's seed, or if you bought in the house, and for whatever reason, you're like, nah, I ain't getting circumcised. Okay, well then you're going to be cut off. He is broken my commandment. And so that's what happened. You keep studying the scriptures to the 10 tribes of the northern kingdom. They start serving devils, stop serving the Lord. But the covenant still stands. The covenant never changed. But they stopped circumcising one another. And so the Lord cast them out of his face. He said, y'all going to be among the Gentiles as a vessel of no pleasure. And so that's what happened to the 10 tribes of the northern kingdom. People want to say they lost. The Lord knows where they at. They not lost. They just not called Israel anymore. They're going to be called Israel when the Lord comes back. They're coming into the knowledge of the truth now. Even when Paul was preaching, they were coming into the knowledge of the truth. And they're still coming into the knowledge of the truth. But they had stopped circumcising one another. That's why the Lord cast them out of his sight. He said, y'all shall be cut off from his people. But because they're believing, the scripture talks about being grafted in. And so that's who he's talking about, that's being grafted in.